So good afternoon everyone. How are you all feeling? Okay. So of course thank you so much Jessa for the lovely introduction that you've given me, and thank you so much the batch also. I think each and every word was a testament of what I've gone through here, and thank you so much faculty members as well. So let's lighten the moment here, and let me ask you three simple questions. So how many people are excited for this program here? Just raise your hand. It's too many hands here. And how many people are nervous? Be honest. Okay. And how many people are here just because your parents said kar lo? Just because you thought that okay, this is the opportunity. Okay. I think the current batch and the people are really clear on their thoughts, and I'm really happy for that, because 2016, I would say in the same month, in the month of June, I was exactly in the same institute, and unlike you all, I was very nervous. I was still thinking that what decision I'm taking in my life. It's going to be 2 years, how things will change for me, and what are the opportunities that I'll get. Will I really make it out, or maybe get the best out of myself here? I had plenty of thoughts and doubts for myself, but I'm really happy that you all have that clarity. So when we talk about the whole journey about career, I think we all have come from the graduation colleges, and where graduation is mainly basically where we learn only about subjects, nothing much to do about self-involvement, or it's just that you read your textbooks, your faculty teaches you, you do your exam and you pass it out. But this, my guys, my friends and my juniors, I would say that this is a very different institute. This course that we are doing here is absolutely going to give you a lot of opportunities, how you're going to change and transform yourself. So what makes it different in this business school is of course the opportunities that you're going to get. You'll have to grow over and above the textbooks and only the syllabus or academics, that I would like to say. Why you all are so silent? Am I making sense, guys? Yes, thank you so much. Great. So after this they're going to have the lunch break, right? Okay, so you all are active, right? Yes. Great, amazing. So 2016, let me start what I did basically when I was here. At that point of time, I think the whole auditorium looked very different, and we had a lot of responsibilities, because right now also I can see a lot of students taking responsibilities for the induction, decorum and everything. Let me tell you guys, I was a part of that team as well. So I have been very, very active, as Jessa rightly told me, because I purposely, the moment when I came here, I wanted to I said one thing to myself, that this is 2 years and I want to change something inside me. It's not about the outside world, what is going to be there, because that's something which is out of my control, but how I'm going to change myself. And that started with the journey of being there, doing each and every activity that I could get an opportunity of. So I've also been a part of now you have the digital screens. At that point of time we had the board where we used to put the names. I was also a part of the travel team where we used to go and get guests. Now you people will have questions like why would I do that? Because I'm here for my course, let me just get my certificate, move out. But guys, things doesn't work like that until unless you don't get into it. If you don't have the skin in the game, there's no fun playing, right? So let me tell you very real life examples, because I want you all to relate it to it. So while I was a part of the travel team, I'll go step by step of what things happened. So that time I had the same question, that of course there is an opportunity that you just go and get a guest from his place, his house or workplace or anywhere. How it's going to make a difference? Like what will I get out of it? But that's where the thought was, where my faculty, Jay sir, told me that you get that extra 30 to 40 minutes with that guest, alone in the car. You can talk about him, talk and ask a lot of questions to him, like what was his journey and all. Because the moment he will come here, he will talk to the students and walk away. But how are you going to maintain that relation with him? So I met so many guests, and till today, touchwood, I am in touch with a lot of people. And let me also tell you that I was just telling sir also that there was a guest, Mr. Govind Batuda. So I picked him up from his home at that point of time. It was year 2016, and we had a very good interaction in the car. he came here, he delivered the speech and everything, but till today I'm in touch with him. And 3 years back he also gave me a job opportunity at JLL. So that's how guys, like, things change the moment, whether that opportunity came through or no. I tried my best, it was up till the national head, but that opportunity that, Akash, there is an opening at my organization, why don't you join? Because you stand out, you make something like, that guests would think that, oh, in the whole batch this was the guy who spoke to me about certain things. He asked me a lot of questions. I see something fire in him. Why don't I give him an opportunity? So I want to ignite that fire in you guys, that you will have to stand out and do something very different, like, so that your contribution is visible, and that's how opportunities will knock. So that was one point, where I was in that team. And then post that, I think there were multiple other activities that we did at that point of time, 2016-18 batch. And then I was also, elected, as rightly said, Students' Council, Vice President of the Students' Council. So there was a lot of process, we went through that, and that was an electoral process at that point of time. And again, the things that I learned at that point of time is, so it was an announcement day, and that happened to my birthday. On that day, then I was really hoping that I want to crack it. I want to be the president of the Students' Council, because I was very happy that one opportunity, that tag, it will change something in me. So I wanted that badly. Unfortunately, I was waiting there, and the names were announced, and when they said the president first, I was above the chair, guys. I was thinking that abhi mera hi naam aane wala hai. I have to go and just take that title, right? But it didn't happen that way. So the presidentship went to someone else. It was a girl, by the way. But I was happy, not very much though. But that's how things are, right? So it was vice presidentship, and I was not very, very happy, to be very honest. And the next day, I think I was not very, very sad about it, because I was thinking what? And it was Jay sir at that point. I don't know if he remembers that. He called me into his cabin and he told me what happened. I was like, sir, I really tried my hard work and everything. I've been doing certain things, evolved a lot of things in myself, gave a very nice speech at that point of time for the Students' Council thing. I don't know why I didn't win the presidentship. And it was his golden lines at that point of time when he told me, Akash, the designation does not matter. What matters is what you bring on the table. And that changed the whole perspective, because I thought it's okay, even if I'm not become the president, I'm vice president, that's absolutely fine. Let me see what I can do for my batch, what I can do that is into my purview, what I can do that it will change things into the batch. And that's how things change, right? These are small things which is not written somewhere in the textbook, but these are some things that we learn from the senior management, from Jay sir and multiple others. So guys, I want to tell you all that until unless you all are not willing, until unless you all don't show keen interest into something that you all want to do, things won't happen. So my father always says that, unless you knock the door, no one will open the door. So you'll have to show willingness, and I'm quite sure, I'm very confident, because now you've got huge staff and sir is here. If you show your willingness, if you show that, this is what something I want to do, this is the company I want to get into, they'll make sure that, you get that opportunity, you get that door. Now it depends on you, how you knock the door, how you enter the door, what are the things that you do as a hard work or smart work or whatever you call it, but how do you grab that opportunity? That absolutely depends on you. So, are you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Connecting?
Yes, sir.
Like, can you all see me, what I'm actually imagining? 2016, 2026, 10 years, guys.
Yes,
so, I really see a lot of bright faces and a lot of confidence. I think that's the change I can see in the last 10 years. This generation is amazing. And kudos to you all guys, because I know that, you all have a very good instinct of asking questions. So, as I rightly said, unless you knock the door, no one will open the door, guys. Start asking questions, start interacting, show willingness, things will change. And then how do you conduct yourself inside, amongst yourself, guys? So are you all friends? Are you all known to each other now, or you all are beginning to connect? Okay. Hope you all are not making clubs state-wise, okay? That, ye MP se hai, so we are friends, and Rajasthan or something. Please don't do that, guys, because that's of course a good part. They'll always be there for your support. But see, there will be times where, okay, let me be very honest, y'all are basically competing with each other very subtly. Let's accept the fact, right? However, even though y'all are competing with each other, what is the things that y'all are showcasing each other? Not something, it's not a fist fight. It's something that is making you ready for the corporate. It's basically like, okay, let me put that word into play. So that is right from today, like right from the day one when you all saw each other, people have every person has made a perception about you all. So your reputation starts right from here. Why I'm telling you is 2018 our batch was over. It's been almost 10 years now, or 8 years. Every one of my batch members have spread it across different sectors. Some are entrepreneurs, some are doing well in their corporate companies. There are multiple like finance, HR, or whatever, entrepreneurship and all. People still carry that impression that how was this person when he was in the batch? Your attitude, right? How you conducted yourself, how do you dress up, how did you, what was the language that you're talking? So tomorrow, if at all I have to think that, okay, I'm growing my team, or I want a colleague who can handle a certain team within my company, whom will I get in touch with first? That's my batchmate, absolutely. Because what connects with me is, how was this person? Because if I recommend someone, the baseline is trust, right? Because someone else is also trusting me that, oh, Aakash has trusted this guy or recommended this guy, call him for an interview, let me see him. Whether that clicks or not, that's a different story altogether. But what I'm trying to tell you all guys is that your reputation, creating a brand for yourself, personal branding starts right from your induction. You don't, people don't basically put a lot of thought to it, but people start making perceptions about each other. And I would say perception is not wrong, because it just gives you a little outline about person, an outer outline about a person. But what you will gain out of it is are you all making real friends? Because as they say, a company is what a company keeps. So if you all are with the right flock of people, with high energy people who want to kill it, I want people who say that guys, my friends, we have this 2 years, let's kill it, let's get into something if at all, say this is the highest package per se, I'm just giving a random target, why can't we crack something huge? Why can't we do something huge? And of course you have team, you have your college and faculty and everyone here to help you out, right? But until unless you don't show that willingness, things won't happen. And I'm not saying this just in the thought that okay, I'm saying this because I'm very pro to college. I'm saying this because I have seen that journey, that change in me. Because where I came from, so 2016 if I talk about, I think I was very nervous at that point of time, and I used to think that how will I make a difference, how will I talk in front of people, and MBA would be a lot of presentations, face your college classmates. That time the batch was also y'all are quite huge in number. That time we had 180 students batch, and how I will stand up and ask questions. But I pushed myself. I was like, let me do one target in a day in an induction program. Let me ask one guest a genuine question. Let me begin from there. Maybe I will gain confidence, and automatically when you ask one question and when you feel that you've asked the right question, it's not only about asking any random question just to be there visible, but I think asking the right questions, automatically you start paying attention at the batch, you exactly know. And one more thing, before any guests come or induction, the homework that I used to do is learning about that guest, that tomorrow so and so person is coming, what is his designation, what has been his growth graph, what has he done, because you pick up something from each person, right? Not necessarily that everyone will come in a package that 100 out of 100. You have to get one positive things, good things about one person. So what is that thing that you like about X person, you might like something more about a Y person. Get that, because ultimately we all have to stitch each other. Yeah, we all have to stitch each other. Can you all hear me? Better? Okay. Better now? Yes. Okay. So where was I? I was saying that ultimately we all have to stitch each other, or basically stitch ourselves with the right fitment of each and every one that we learn. So we see a lot of podcasts today, we see a lot of gurus, we see a lot of corporate leaders. So these things, the podcast era was not there at that point of time. We used to still rely on the books and fetch some sentences or words or quotes and enrich ourselves with that knowledge. But today you all have things very handy. You just type to even chat GPT that give me 5 quotes that will change my life. I think you will have the best quotes which is absolutely aligned to your goal. So that's one thing. And secondly, when I talk about let me tell you all my placement journey also. And before that, I was a part of the admission tour also. So let me tell you that I was very privileged at that point of time that I've crisscrossed north of India because of IIEBM, and it was an amazing journey because again the same question, what is the point of traveling to an unknown territory and then promoting your college? How will it benefit me? I was also the same, y'all only, very nervous about things ki kya hoga isse basically. But what changed is basically when you travel with the right mind of people, when you travel for a particular goal, and things change, right? Things evolve. Suddenly now I'm placed in front of a batch of students talking to them about my college. So what benefited me is the speech, the confidence that I can talk in front of a lot of people. That confidence gave me, the stage fear went off. I traveled across the north of India at that point of time, multiple cities, and learned so much about it, learned their cuisine also. I think normally if I would have been not here or anywhere, I wouldn't have done that. But that also gave me a lot of learning apart from the syllabus or apart from that's happening inside the college. So that was real life learning on the go. When there is, say, we have missed out a train or a bus or anything like that, how would you do a crisis management? How would you use your time? There were multiple things that I learned. So that was one thing. And then see, there's one line which I was thinking last night, that successful students are not the one who are very good only in the syllabus or studying, or they are getting very good marks. There are also people who are high visible contributors. So what do I mean by that is that how you have contributed, because at the end of the day, see, even your faculty would have an eye on you all, that what is this person basically doing, how is he conducting himself, and how is he doing in a certain thing. Can he handle pressure? Can he handle a particular project if I'm giving to him? Can he do that in a particular deadline? So all these things matter. And then thanks to all the things that I put into place, I was placed right after the 3rd semester. So June 2016 I joined the college, induction started. December 2017, guys, I was placed. So you all see the difference, right? 2016 I was nervous at the induction, sitting here thinking how things will happen, will I be able to do it, or can I just take it as the graduation days only, exam aayega, just study for that, result will come, take the degree, that's it. But I chose the other part. I chose why don't I stand up for myself, why don't I see the change, let's see what evolves. And what evolved, I was placed right before my 4th semester. So December was 2017. At 31st, I think 1st of January was my first salary post my MBA. So that's how you can streamline yourself, align to your goals, and achieve what you want. Right? Guys, with me?
Yes, sir.
Great. Amazing. Any questions, guys, till now? Let us keep it a little interactive. Any questions? Anyone feels that they want to ask me any questions till now? Yes, please.
Jayan sir,
Jayan.
myself Aryan Arun Patak
Hi,
Chaturvedi.
Aryan.
Sir, it's a very cliche question, but how
Yeah.
do you make that balance between the academics and the extracurricular?
Okay. See, that again, you will have to shift yourself, right? Of course, we have the same clock of 24
Yes,
hours and
yes.
everything, but you've already done what you've done in the graduation thing,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Your syllabus is exactly what you've done, you've studied it.
Yes.
Again, here also there will be the things that you'll have to learn and give time to understand things. But this is where you'll have to run that extra mile. You'll have to put yourself in the 5th gear and then balance it both. Because see, today you will have time. like okay, how will I manage two things? But down the lane, when you get into corporate, you will have multiple things. You will not be able to tell no to anything.
Yes.
Because you might have multiple tasks at the same point of time. You will have a turnaround time to it. You will have deadline that you will have to adhere to. You will have to also make sure that there is no errors in what you are doing. So
Yes.
that fitness in yourself, it will start from here. So exactly, your question is absolutely right. Try, push yourself to a limit. Just give a little timeline to it, that I will just study for half an hour. Next half an hour, I'm going to think of what new I'm going to do into this batch. And as you asked the first question, I want you to find out that what you will stand out yourself
Yes,
from
sir.
this rest of people.
Yes, sir.
Find that thing.
I'm finding that, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
things will change, and that is the shift that we're talking about.
For sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jai Hind,
Thank
sir.
you, Arun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else, guys? Yes, please.
Hello. Jayan sir, my name is Divyansh Jain. What type of illusion you have faced when you are a student, and what illusion has been break for you after getting a placement?
Illusion.
Yes sir.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So illusion is basically what was in my mind, and what basically broke out of it. Okay. So before
When you are a student and after getting a placement.
Okay. So the illusion, when I was a student, I used to think that wow, this is the best life, right? Because everything is in my control. I just have to study, do some extracurricular activities, enjoy with my friends. But when I got placed, everything breaks, because now you're accountable for everything that you do, right? You're earning, you have responsibilities, you have to adhere to your boss, a lot of things. So that is one illusion. But let me tell you the other part also. When you talk about an illusion, is that I feel that you'll always have one illusion which is a very negative trait about yourself, that ये शायद मुझसे नहीं होगा. Why should I push myself? I think the moment you get that question, why should I push myself? Someone else will do it. That is the biggest illusion, where we start procrastinating onto things. So in the college also, when you will think that, oh, if certain work is given or certain task is given, you have an illusion that it's okay, let me do it the mediocre way. Why should I put 100% of my energy and try to do something special? But you never know that you're writing one, maybe a project analysis or anything like that. The moment you're writing and you put your 100% into that, you do a lot of research, you will get something out of it. As a tree, when it grows, a branch comes out. You never know that that particular task will give you one idea that can absolutely change your life. So don't have the delusion that koi aur kar lega, let me just procrastinate it or do something differently. Give your best in everything that you do. I'll also come back to the result, guys. When you talk about getting placed, we are still at 2017, right? December, when I got placed. We'll come to the other better part also. Yes. Have I answered your question?
Yes sir. Thank you sir. Jayan.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, please.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Nanika Chaudhary. Sir, being from a non-technical background, my question to you is, sir, what are the skills, soft skills as well as technical skills, that we should work on in our initial phase of MBA? And by the end of our MBA, what are the skills that are expected by the companies that we should have developed in our 2-year journey as an MBA graduate for working in a corporate field or being an entrepreneur?
Okay. So I'll tell you, see, there is no difference when you talk about communication inside college or post your college or in the corporate. So communication, when we talk about, so I see it from this perspective, that it's not only about the language that you speak, it's not only about English or Hindi or something like that, but it also talks about more of basically what you're trying to say, the clarity in your thought. So that will apply even inside the college, even outside the college. How easily you can explain something to maybe your colleague at the college or at your corporate life. So I think clarity of the thoughts and confidence, the way you speak, whether it is again the same thing inside here or outside, I think you start the journey here in regards to like communication. I think communication has always been my favorite subject right away. I always think that how differently I can talk maybe a sentence like active, passive, how we can basically add some more polish to it. And I think your question is absolutely right that how I understand from your point of view that what can I do to change it here and again outside. I think let's start with the task of having like clarity in your thoughts. That again will give you confidence, and then that again will give you a lot of good reputation, because the moment you will start talking well, because see guys, I would like to tell this to everyone, it's always not about the top performers, okay, it's also about someone who can say it, the communication very simply to someone. If at all your presentation skills, your communication, and if you don't have stage fear, that again comes under the umbrella of communication, lot of doors will open, lot of doors. That is even inside college, because if at all like I would say there are certain scenarios even in the corporate world wherein like a particular client has to be spoken to, and maybe the client is a little aggressive and he's not happy with the results that the company has given. The manager will choose a person, or if the manager is shy away or he wants someone else to learn, he will choose a person who is very good at communication, who can handle clients. So in your communication, I would like to add a lot of EI, that is emotional intelligence. That will change the whole perspective of communication.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Sangeeta Kumari, sir. So I want to ask you: is there any particular skill which is not teach in our college, which you learn while entering in the corporate field?
No, I think the foundation is basically very simple. That's the skill is life skills basically. The only thing additional that what you're learning is that additional subjects, just like the branches, like it will keep growing. So there is nothing that I would say that certain institute doesn't teach, or you will learn it in the corporate. Basically, it's your take, how you take it. So don't think that what additional I can not learn here or something, or what I can learn additional from somewhere else. It's only thing that start with your basics, your fundamentals. That is your communication skill, your product knowledge. Product knowledge, when I say, is your syllabus, how strong you are in your theoretical part, how you are taking active part into the other activities that's happening, and how you are improving your own skills, life skills. Because at the end of the day, every day what you will be doing here is you will be given a task and the end result. The same thing will apply in the corporate also. You will be given a task and evaluated on your end results. So things will evolve, in whatever field you choose, the technical skills, whether it is communication skills or life skills, everything comes into play. So I think that you will learn by the time things evolve.
Okay, sir.
But there's nothing that additionally you will not learn here. At the end of the day, it will be upon you what you want to learn and what you don't want to learn.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Jain sir,
Jai
my
Hind.
name is Karishma. Sir, my question is that as you said that we should aim for high, and but sir, I want to know that how to be consistent, and further how to achieve it. And one more thing, sir, is there any percentage balance between academics and extracurricular
Right.
activities?
Okay. So see, aiming high is basically as per how much you can put yourself, what is your thought process. For someone, it will be, the target will be very mediocre, that if I have X, I'm very happy. If I have Y, I'll be more than happy. Or there will be different stages, right? Because everyone's goals and achievements, target, the threshold of it will be very different. So I think you don't put any numbers to it in your mind, that this is something that I will reach and I'll be happier. Like for example, let me put it in this way: if I give you ₹1 crore today, will you be happy?
Yes,
What if I tell you that I'll give you 2 crores?
more happy.
Exactly. So more the merrier, right? so things will keep changing. So one target will always not be stagnant or stable. You will always be evolving in your mind also, that if today I'm the king of the world or earth, you will start targeting some other planets, that why can't I go there, why can't I buy the moon. So things will keep evolving. So the basis out of it, basis of the whole target system basically is that it should be something that pushes you. For example, if at all today you are running, example say 1 kilometer or 3 kilometers, can you push yourself to the 5 kilometers in a particular span of time? So that is something that will help you evolve.
And
Yeah. And what is the second question, sir?
the percentage balance between academics and extracurricular.
Okay. There's no percentage. Don't put numbers there into the percentage, because that again will all depend upon how much you want to attain something, right? Like for example, if there is a task given to you, and again that will result you into a certain result. If at all you think, oh, I'll put only 40% of my mind and thought and heart into it. Let the 60% I'll not put. Then it is not gaining you anyway, right? Because you will not give the best out of you. The only moment you will think that let me give 100% in whatever I am doing, then only it will give you the right results.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So don't divide any percentage to that.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Who else? Okay. Let's take step by step. Let's take the girls first. Sorry.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Devika Nair. So we often hear that change is constant,
Right.
and we of my generation, we people, we tend to react quickly, to give up easily, maybe
Right.
after a few tries.
Right.
So how can we learn to adapt to the change? How can we learn to take it positively, to embrace the change? So yeah, I would like to know about it.
Okay. Can I answer it funnily?
Yeah, sure.
Stop scrolling a lot of Instagram, because that puts a lot of lack of your span time of focusing on to certain things actually basically reduce. So I think there are studies now that's happening that how current generation, because of the use of phone and reading less books, basically giving us very our thought process is very easily moved to something else. You don't stay very focused on certain things for a long time. I think again this is basically where you feel that what is something that will benefit you of putting so much attention to certain things, because see, everything that you put attention to, that will grow. So if you want to spend a lot of time just enjoying partying, partying with your friends and going around and all, automatically you will see that automatically the other things we are reading, learning and the other college activities basically reduces. But if you do the flip side, you focusing too much on your studies, on your extracurricular activities, your syllabus, what new I can do, how can I stand out into the whole batch, automatically you will see that the things will change there. So ultimately what depends is where you put your time upon, what are you focusing on, that will evolve, right? Have I answered? One more question, then we come to you, okay? One more question. Yes.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
I am Lavina Arora. My question is, since you have already lived this life,
Yeah.
and there are days in which we are very active and robustly working,
Absolutely.
but then there are days when we are too overwhelmed and feel too overburdened. So how to handle oneself at that situations?
I think that's a very nice question. You know why? Because this applies whether you are inside college, outside in the corporate world, or even in the normal life that we have lived until whatever 20-25 years that we have lived, or in this whole span. I think things will keep changing and evolving every now and then. So there are certain things where I see is that how I tackle that situation particularly is I evolve it into very simple. So here I put the percentage, okay, wherein I put that how much is into my control and how much is out of my control. If there's something with the control is not within me, like for example, if I have to give given a task and I have to do it in a speculated time, how much energy and time I am putting it into it, and if I can attain it. However, if there is any external factors dependent, like for that task to be completed, if I have to depend on someone else, like for example, say there is any product that I want to finish it, but that part is somewhere else and that is not coming into that speculated time. I've given my best, but there is some error from the other side. The nature of that whole product is something else. But I know that I've given my best, and then I'm satisfied. Only then you will have like peaceful sleeps, right? So don't think that oh, this thing didn't happen, maybe I am always at the fault. No, sometimes leave it to the external world as well, like something which is unknown, which is out of your control, just forget it. So at this point of time, it reminds me one more thing that see, the whole crowd here, including me and everyone here, so we all are here as a part of a great design that's happening. Okay, so everyone's life is going to change and evolve, grow differently from here. So trust on that factor, trust on an instinct that things will change, but give your best and then go to sleep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me take his question, guys. 1 minute.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Gauri Sangat Das. How are you, sir? How are you, sir?
Amazing.
So my question is, what extra effort you had put in your corporate journey so that you achieved the great position?
Okay. It's again basis of whatever I've done here, trying to stand out in whatever I'm doing. I think that's how things evolve and that's how things change. See, corporate again, sometimes you might have very limited things that you can do out of the box, because every company will have limited things that you cannot overdo yourself, and you have to be in a certain decorum of the institution or the company that is there. But what you can do is again having something which is in your control. If at all you're talking to a client, how you can earn his respect. Like for example, if I go and meet any clients, what I always look is something unique about the client. Maybe his watch, maybe his shoes, the way he's dressed up or something like that. Try and appreciate people. Everyone here is like, having that hunger for appreciation. Like, if I say that, you're looking very handsome today, does it make a difference to you?
Yes.
Yes. So, these are small things where I win over you. Try to win over people. You're not going to lose anything, right? Because it is non-monetary. It's free. You're just using your words and you're trying to win over people, trying to make a difference that, how will this person remember me? If I'm going to meet him again after a couple of years or maybe 6 months, he should exactly remember me. Oh, this guy had come and he had appreciated me for this. Automatically you will start, that conversation starts from there. Try to find the very common ground of that person. The reason why people, why they join clubs, golf clubs, or where sports, big people for networking basically is they can try and get into the likeness of that person. If that particular person likes golf, they purposely start playing golf and trying to learn because they want to match that person's energy and woo them, so that that's beneficial to them. So find your own thing that how you can stand out, what difference you can make, and everything like that. So on this thing, let me tell you, in back 2016 at that point of time, so I was the one who started the whole Ganpati procession, that happens with the Dol Tasha. So that was initiated by me, and I think I'm really happy that the college still has that and it keeps going. So it started in 2016 or 17, I don't know exactly, but that's where the thing started. So this is how, this is certain things that you put into, you get the whole Dol Tasha team, you try and get a budget, you ask your whole batch students, college will put X amount of budget, can we all contribute for something? One night, not the DJ sound, but the old traditional sound of Pune basically. And let me tell you what difference it made. Not only my batch who enjoyed and danced like anything, even the senior batch came and hugged me that thanks, we never dance even in the pubs outside, but this is something that we dance to. But that made a difference, that who started this? Oh, this guy. So try and do something new, something different. You'll find it.
Thank you, sir.
Put your time and thought to it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Yes. Whom are we starting with? Who's got the mic closer?
Jain sir, my name is Jayavardhan Singh, and my question to you is, many times one puts all their mindset and efforts and their focus as well towards their goals, but they still fail in achieving it, and I am very curious to know what are your thoughts about this.
That's absolutely fine. I just gave you a very live example of me trying to become the president, right? So that didn't happen at that point of time. but I have to settle at the vice president post. But then what Jay sir told me, like, it all depends on what you get on the table. It won't matter that, particular task or certain things didn't happen. But yes, having said that, again, the next point is that, if at all certain thing that you think should happen to you and that doesn't happen, it doesn't mean that it will never happen in your life. Don't get very negative or bogged down that certain task didn't happen. There will be more sunrises. There will be a different day tomorrow. There will be certain thing that, where you will achieve more than what you ever thought in your life. Like for example, if you think that, oh, I'll do certain task and I'll get X plus 1. You never know, the next task that you will do, you will get X plus 5. So it's life. You should always start punching it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, please.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai.
My name is Sumit Tambe, and I have one question for you. That journey you have chosen, that for last 10 years, there will be ups and downs in your journey. So when you are in your ups, how you stayed grounded for this journey, and when you are down, how you be self motivated, or how you done that?
Okay. See, I was very high on energy in basically what I wanted. Okay. Let me answer this question in a different way. Basically, let me give you a very real life example. So before joining in this business school, I have done my BBA, right? So along with my BBA, I was also working at WNS Global Services, which is one of the biggest outsourcing company today. So at that point of time, I used to do morning college and evening shift was my WNS company. But what changed me, basically one of the instinct why I had to join a business school is because at that point of time they said that, oh, if you want to be a manager, if you want to grow, MBA was a must. You should have post graduation. So I thought, what's the point? Because my goals in life has been very, very clear that what I have to achieve. I will give you energy, I will give you time or whatever work I have to do, but ultimately what am I gaining out of it? Right. So that was one question I asked myself at that point of time. And if at all I'm not evolving and going, if I'm not shifting to the next step of myself, then there's no point. So that was quite a hard decision for me, basically, of 3 years of earning salary and suddenly stopping and then doing my cat mat or whatever side by side, and then I came in this business school. But what difference it made again, because again that decision, again still nervousness, 2016 induction, how things will happen, have I taken the right decision, because at the end of the day when you start earning, you are also contributing to your family, you've stopped that, and then you have the responsibility of making it big this time. If I'm earning X salary in WNS when I was basis on my graduation, my post graduation my salary has to be not less than into 5. So that was my target, and I think I've fairly done well. I won't say that I've absolutely achieved my target, because again there are external factors and this and that, everything is not in your control, but I'm happy that I put my efforts and I'm here, right? So that's the thing. So bogged down and everything, ye to chalta rahega yaar, that's not a worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Anyone else? Yes, please.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Maitri Pandya. Sir, it's not every time that you're clear about your thoughts. Let's say I'm confused between two specialization, HR and finance. So what are the things you do when you are not clear about your life? Not about the decisions.
Right. So, if at all it is very specific, as you said, into a specialization, I would personally say that, I may be wrong, but it is just an evaluation pattern, and ultimately you take the decision, because that should lie with you only. So just make a column, match both your specialization, HR and finance, put all the attributes of what aligns with you more. Like for example, if you are a very emotional intelligent person, so HR will be more suitable to you. Finance, if you are very, very good in your maths and in numbers, so finance is +1 for you. So put parameters of yourself into that particular specialization. Ultimately then try and total all the parameters that you have done, and then you will get a exact clarity of which specialization I'll be more aligned to. And then again your gut instinct that where would I go. See, a lot of people when they say me sales, marketing people will go get into sales only or something like that. So that's not the truth basically. Ultimately any company would run on only one thing: investment. Yeah, exactly. Investment, ROI, right? So when you talk about investment ROI, the subtle way of basically behind the curtains is this only, that if at all the company is putting X amount into something, is it earning X plus 10 out of it? And then the whole business has to be run, employees has to be salaried, and everything comes into place, right? So if someone says that I'm into finance and I'll never do sales, is absolutely in the wrong perception, because the whole basis of finance is sales only. Either you will be making a product of a financial plan and you will be telling your sales team to sell it, but again, when you are making that product, you'll have to think like a salesperson, right? So that will always be there. So when you're making a distinct thing of both, so don't just think that what will be very materialistic outcome of it. Think that where you align yourself more, and then you take that decision. But I think now it is quite early for you. It's just the induction. Normally when your things will evolve and you will have the syllabus and all with you, when you will meet the faculties, you will get the clarity. Yeah. Thank you. Any other question? Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Shams Tabriz. So sir, is there any one thing that we as a students should stop doing before joining the corporate and should start doing immediately after joining the corporate?
Okay. So before joining the corporate, I think take yourself seriously right from here, and believe in yourself that you can really make a difference, not only to the world but within yourself. So that is one thing. And basically both the questions, basically two questions, the answer is very simple, that stop procrastinating and thinking that, oh, let me do it later, I'll do it baad mein dekh lenge or something like that. No, put yourself into it, put the skin in the game and give your best.
Okay sir.
So this will apply both here, inside, outside. It's one and the same, only thing that the outlook is different. That's it.
Thank you sir.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Jai Hind sir, myself Isha. My question to you is, what will be the top 3 skills according to you which can be helpful in the growing world of AI in any specialization?
Okay. Top 3 skills.
Yes sir.
Okay. See, I think let's not get too much into technical, because I think you all had sessions with a lot of technical experts, like in the past with your induction, I think. So I see things very, very simple. See, even if you have to use AI, what matters is your input, right? Your output will come accordingly. So again, what comes into play is your clarity of thought. Even if you're chatting with ChatGPT and you're asking him a certain question, have you ever noticed that you ask ChatGPT one topic question but in a different way? It will give you answers differently, because it will all depend on your communication, what exactly the words that you're typing into that question, and the clarity of your thought. So I think when you talk about skills into the AI world, or how world is evolving and everything, what will the basis of it will always be input and output. So you have more clear input, your output will be accordingly. So again, when you talk about skills, is again communication, and what is your intention, how much you want to get that result out of it, and things will come under, because AI is again that only, right? The whole the concept of it, input is equal to output. Of course the database and everything comes into play, but I think let's keep it the simple way. Let's not get to technical things. Yeah.
Thank you sir. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Yes. Hope you all are not getting bored, guys. No, sir. Sure? Yes, sir. How much time do we have, sir? We have time?
Hello,
We have half an
sir.
hour.
Jain sir,
Jain.
my name is Fazan. And sir, were you clear about your goals when you joined this PGDM program with the IIEBM? Were you clear what you wanted to do during the program or after that program?
Was I clear?
With your goals, sir.
Yes.
Were you
See, exactly. So that's when I answered him, my decision of quitting the job and coming into this. So don't think that now you'll have a perception about me that, oh, this guy is already worked in a corporate. But don't forget that that time I was studying also, right? It was my graduation same as you all people. Only thing is that I wanted to do extracurricular at that point of time, and my friends were working at that point of time. Then I thought, oh, I don't have friends to play, why don't I also join? So that was I had joined corporate for very silly reason basically, but I really enjoyed my stint there because I got to learn a lot of things there, and then that's how the 3 years continued. But when you talk about goals, whether I was clear or no, of course I was clear, because let's talk it very raw, because when you come into a PGDM course, you pay X amount of fees, right? And your ultimate goal is that when I get out of it, when I come out with a job in my hand, I have to pay off that amount, right? Because my parents have invested into myself. So my goal was very, very clear at that point of time. Let me do whatever I can and get the job as soon as possible. For that, into this small span of time, I have to learn and add a lot of skills that I wanted. So skills that I learned, again, what I told you all about is like, missing out, like, basically clearing of the stage fear, communication, getting into activities, involving yourself into activities and all that stuff. Leadership skill. When I talk about student council, it was leadership. One of the testament thing was that whole Dhol Tasha event, where I had to convince the whole batch to pay certain amount, because every student will have limited budget, right? But we are contributing to a certain goal of the batch. So leadership skills, all these things comes into play, and then your whole thought process is very clear that at the end of the day, what I want out of the college is like where I'm earning my skills, and the result is a very, very good job, or whatever your target is, that have to attain that. So of course you will also have some clear goal that this is what I want to do. You will, of course, you would have come here with a very, very clear intention that what you want out of it, right? And I think you guys also should answer something like ask yourself basically and write the answers that any activity that you all do, the question should be, what's in it for me? If at all you all are not personally gaining anything out of it, then guys, I think withdraw yourself, whether it is whatever activities you all are doing, because now the time span of you all is very, very less. It's just 2 years, right? Within that 2 years you all have to basically evolve within yourself into a lot of things. So focus on the right things at the right point of time, because of course we had a lot of fun during graduation things and everything, but now things have evolved.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. That's it. Yes.
Jain sir. My name is Jayakumar Loya. First of all, thank you very much for sharing your past experience. It's been, I think, around 13 days, and we have had a lot of interactions with the great people, and they have gave us a lot of guidelines, and our professors as well have gave us a lot of guidelines to follow. My question is simply, if you have to give us like 20 things to do to get into a good placement, what would be the priority list? For example, I know if I can develop a great personality, that would be great. But if I don't clear my aptitude, I wouldn't be able to step into the interviewer's room. So aptitude is on the top priority list. So just like that, what would be like top priority things that if I do at least top 3, top 4, I will be making a difference?
Okay. Okay. So Jay Kumar, right?
Yes, sir.
So 20 things बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा या
No, I mean,
but you can connect with me personally, of course, then we will talk and discuss.
I didn't mean like
I understood, but okay, so what you want basically is what are the top 3 things or top 5 things that you can change. See, ultimately, whatever we are discussing and the multiple questions that I answered, see, the basis again remains the same. You will have to multitask. There is no other option to it. Earlier, like in our lives, we used to think that, oh, we are doing a particular job, we just have to do that. But now you'll have to evolve in your mind and think that, how can I multitask, right? Because the moment you will multitask, you have to focus on your aptitude test also, you have to upgrade your personality also, you have to upgrade or train yourself into communication skills, you have to make a good physique or whatever XYZ you want to target with. You will have to multitask. And the moment you will multitask, you will also know that in a 1 hour span, if you divide your time, these are things that I can do. And when you do that, you will be amazed for yourself that, oh, the same Jay Kumar who was 6 months ago sitting at home, that 1 hour he just maybe did some time pass, but now in the same 1 hour he's done maybe 2 or 3 things. So automatically things will evolve. Just put your mindset in the right thing, that and get result oriented. It's not that some results cannot be just very, very vague, ki let's see what happens. There's no point to it, because then when you say let's see what happens, it's gone, right? Because you've already basically in your mind thought that I don't care what the results is, let it happen the way it is. But if you care that this result has to be the way I want it, you will do multiple things to get that thing done, right?
Thank you, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Anuj Chokse.
Hi.
I have a simple question. According to you, so which life was more tougher for you? IIEBM life or a corporate life?
Oh. Okay. I would say the second option.
Second option? Okay,
Yes.
sir. So we
see,
have
I'll tell you why. Because here, I understand. See, I would like, let me tell you all how IIBM life, when you all say is very easier, at least you all are very, very privileged, and you all have cushion seats. At that point of time, we had plastic chairs, and we had a task that you cannot even move, because you have to maintain the decorum, right? So there were challenges, of course. I know you all will have challenges, right? If we start talking about the challenges, it will start from the canteen and this and that, XYZ, right? Everything will be there. But see, ultimately what happens, so here at the end of the day, you are accountable for certain things, that is result oriented, and back of the mind you think that, oh, like my parents are there, my back support is there, my parents have paid my fees, because you have not done that financial part if you talk about. But the moment you get into the job, what happens is basically the whole shelter, the roof of basically having some comfort disappears. Now absolutely you are like on a spotlight, where your managers will start judging you, where your colleagues will start judging you, your clients will ask you certain things, maybe you think that it's out of your scope, and you have to be on your toes. So exactly what he asked, that how can I do certain things, then you're multitasking. What I'm trying to tell you all is, if you all start multitasking today, it will be easier for you all into the corporate world, because that time you cannot tell your boss that, "Nahi, I was focusing on this, I did not pay attention to that particular thing." But in a particular, say 1 hour's time or whatever time is given to you, you'll have to do multiple tasks. You'll have to coordinate with cross-functional teams. You'll have to talk to a design team to design a particular layout. You'll have to talk to a content team, that the headline has to be in a particular way. I'm just telling my example. Headline has to be a particular way. Then you have a press team which is calling you again and again that there is a deadline. You have to manage those people. You have to get your task thing, and ultimately you have to make sure that your client is happy. So there will always be multitasking things that you will have to do, right? So if you start evolving today, I think it will be easier for you into the corporate life. But see, ultimately it's all how you take it. If you are up on your game and you think that I am very strong enough, like for example, if I today tell you to lift a 50 kg dumbbell, it will be very difficult for you. Maybe you will think that, oh, how will it happen? But if you train yourself every day, maybe one day 50 kg dumbbell, you will be swirling it around. So start training yourself. Things will happen in corporate world.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Anyone else? Any more questions? Yes. Yeah, please. Okay, we'll take his question first. Okay.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Jai Goyal. Sir, my question to you is that since now that AI is evolving rapidly, and there are lots of technology that is coming around into the industry,
Right.
so how can we as a student keep up with that change and keep updating ourselves? And also my second question is, when AI was first introduced, like ChatGPT and all these chatbots, how did you as a working professional adapt to these changes?
Okay. So see, I would like to tell you that of course AI is disruptive. It will disrupt a lot of things, but not necessary that it's it will absolutely destruct the whole old systems. It can also benefit to you. It can be a boon that that will help me to do a certain task in a far more better way. So when I talk about multitasking, like, it's like, if I am able to do multitasking into a limited, say, things, but ChatGPT can help me add one more point to it, like, and help me a desired result. And it can be an additional brain to me, basically, like, that can always be there. So what you're talking about, what happened? All okay? Yeah. So what you're talking about is how things will evolve is basically, see, you'll have to upgrade yourself and, upscale in your thought process that, what are the new learnings that you'll have to do. If at all you are very much into technical things and you want to get into the ChatGPT AI world per se, every now and then, every day there are new products, every day there are new, like, machines, learning machines or anything, any courses that you can do and upgrade yourself. And ultimately you will be running into that race, and you'll also try and find out maybe something more innovative that will add to the whole AI world. So you'll have to give time to that. You'll have to start learning into that. Put yourself into the AI thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Jain sir, my name is Manish Sharma. My question is, what are the certifications we have to pursue for finance background in corporate?
Okay. So I'm not a finance expert per se, because I'm not coming from the finance vertical. But I think your faculties will be the right person to help you out into that finance certification.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anything else you want to ask?
Sir,
anything random?
How to adapt the changes we are?
If you want to, if you are willing,
yes,
automatically you will find ways.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's it. We're done with questions.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Pooja Katkamwar. My question to you is, what is one skill or habit you had developed earlier in your own career journey?
Of asking questions, knocking on the door that I was talking, because unless you knock the door it will not happen. Where of course there will be times, like, where you don't know certain things. The whole corporate things will be very different. Each company will have a different pattern to address a certain task or something like that. So you start asking questions and you learn, by the way. Show your willingness that, I'm interested, I want to contribute into this project, I want to contribute within the team. How can I do? And when the how things change, the moment you show willingness to certain things, everything will change. Like, for example, if you have such great faculty, you just go to any faculty and say that, I'm willing that I want to do this certain things. They will help you out and they will tell you, like, 100 things, like, or maybe 10 steps that, do this, do that. Ultimately you will gain that. So I think willingness is the key thing. You show your willingness that you want to make change for yourself within, as well as the whole thing that you're doing. It will change.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Satvik Gandhi. I wanted to ask you, like, which AI tools that you are using in your day-to-day life as a assistant manager that are going to be help you for the future.
Okay, so I'll tell you what we use, because I come from the publication itself, right? So we are Times of India, so we basically do not use a lot of AI tools, because what happens is that we have to be very the certain things that we do for my clients, like, when you see any article or any special thing that we publish, it cannot be just copy paste from somewhere. So it is basically tailor made content and write-ups that we do for the client. So when we directly interact with the client, we directly take it from the horse's mouth. So that means when the owner or the director is talking to us that this is certain thing that he wants to apply or, like, showcase into the world or spread a news about it, so we take it the way it is. Because the moment you use AI in the other way around, into the result oriented things, that is not something that is actually applicable in my company. But where we use AI is basically, if at all I want to tackle a client or find out, there's something new in Pune, that's happened, or anything that, that's groundbreaking in itself, or any news that is, like, going to change people's perception about certain things. That's when maybe we can use AI. So of course we use the same chat GPT cloud or something, because as a company Times of India doesn't uh, take too much or give us any additional skills, but of course we are trained to use AI and everything, we use that, but not 100% out of it. It is very 10% or 15% just to upgrade into our skills, not, we don't get it into the business as usual of AI.
Okay, thank you.
That's it? Yeah. Okay. So guys, now coming to the I think last part of it and last part of my time with you all, I would just like to tell you all that when I talk about the whole journey, 2016 induction and getting into the teams and trying to do everything I could and being there and trying to stand out in my batch, how can I ask the right questions, how can my batch members or batch team my classmates have a very right perception, or I should have a good reputation against myself, and everything put into place. So getting placed 2017, I'm out of college, and then I come only for my semester 4 for my exams and everything, and the admission tour that happened and everything is fine, everything done. What changed, what I thought is, okay, now I'm done, dusted, I've got my results and I'm out. So for my convocation, when I come here, so I want everyone to pay attention to the small detail, okay, and how things change when we talk about that shift. So I come here with my family, that is my parents and my younger brother. So when I come here and I've been told that, oh, you'll have to sit in the first row, not with your friends, because we've met a lot of people, right, after a long time, how's it going, what's happening and all, and we're trying to find the last bench and all. Of course I was not the last bencher per se, but at that point of time, okay, let's sit with the friends, birds of the same feather flock together and all that stuff. And but I've been asked to sit in the first bench, and my parents are here, and I'm thinking, why I've been asked to sit in the first bench, and again same induction wala thought, confused, kya hone wala hai, kaise hone wala and all. And then suddenly my name is announced when the convocation happens, and they tell me that you have been awarded as the leadership award in your convocation for the batch 2016-18. Now just imagine my whole perception, everything, my eyes are open, I never thought that this is something, because earlier in the last convocation there was nothing known as a leadership award, and I thought, wow, what an amazing thing. And when your parents are sitting there, your brother is there, you come here, everyone else, of course there were other awardees. Now just imagine thing, when I talk about willingness, change, what you are trying to get out of it, what is in it for you, asking all that questions to you, what is the result that I get, where out of the 180 people, there are only few who get that glittering brass trophies. You are one of them, and everyone else is here just to get the degrees, and you stand here with the chief guest, with Jay sir right behind you, with the great faculty members at that point of time, and you get that cup to hold, and you're posing for the camera. Same into the situation. So the result basically changes there, right? I was sitting at the induction thinking, kya hi ho jayega if I do this extra work, and why should I do it? I'm just here for the college syllabus and get my degree out of it. But till today, if you see my phone, I have the wallpaper of me holding the cup. So wherever it go, every day when I see myself that this is the change that I saw. 2016 when I came here, I thought that, will I ever get a leadership cup? At that point of time, when we were in school, we used to think, oh, I want to be the prefect, I want to be the monitor, I want to be the apple of the eye in front of the class teacher and everything. I want to write names of my enemies in the classroom and I get them punished, right? Our thoughts were that. So this is the change, right? Today when I see my phone, every now and then I see that cup, and it reminds me when someone asks me that, how can you be consistent in what you think? How can you be the way you are every day? I think have certain photographs or target that, that has absolutely shifted your whole perception about it. And that's how things will happen. And guys, when I say that, when your parents have trusted you all, when there are a lot of eyes of people and how you will succeed in this 2 years, guys, this is the time. Put the best step forward, put the best thing of yourself down, because this is, again I'm repeating, it's not just a task of 2 years that you complete. If you miss the bus today, I'm telling you, you'll miss a lot of things. Let me tell you with a very simple example. See, just imagine that there are two products, and there is one boiling water. So inside the boiling water, you put potatoes which are very hard. You put potatoes, and in the other bowl you put eggs, and you boil it. What is the result? The result is you have a potato which is very easily smashable, and you have an egg which has become hard now. Now when I say that the same water was same, right, for both eggs and the potatoes, but what has changed is potatoes, once it is smashed, it is just an additional increment that can get into any other dish, right? And the value of potatoes is far less than eggs, right? But the price of an egg will be far higher than a potato. So now you decide, guys, whether you want to be a very easily smashable potato that will adjust anywhere in life, get any job, get any package, and just live the life, or you want to be a high priced egg, like, which is sold at a very high cost. Your whole perception about things, that the price tag that to you will change. So water is the same, guys. Now you all decide whether you all want to be the mashed potato or a priced egg. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you. She has a question.
Jai Hind, sir. I am Pratibha Pandre. Newspaper, print media, and what will be the future of this sector?
Okay. So see, let's accept the fact that of course the print media has declined post-COVID, because I think there will be many houses where people have stopped taking the newspaper prints, and it is a declining market. However, having said that, it will always be very trustworthy thing in the market when you talk about media per se or anything in print, because when you have a digital, like say for example, anyone can post anything that I am the best in so and so, I am so and so, and put all the superlative words. But anything that comes into print, it goes through a lot of edits, legal checks and everything. Until unless it is not verified, it cannot go into print. And we will never say that you are the best into the certain business or that perfect into your perfect arena. It will always be you are one of the best or something like that. So I think the ethnicity will always stay with print. So it is just like what Kindle changed and books basically. So the digital thing will always be there. Of course, Kindle is not the right example, because Kindle is again same as it is, it's just digitalized. But if I compare a print to a digital Instagram or anyone's website, anyone can say that I'm the best, but it doesn't happen in print. So I think that exclusivity will always stay. So print will not disappear absolutely from the market. It will always stay, but it will become a very key or a niche area for any media house for that sake.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Yeah. Okay. That's it, guys. So thank you so much for your time. And just one more thing before I go, there's something that I spotted when I was there at the college. Can you see that IIEBM logo, and that E is got some a thread or knotted at that point of time? So I was just sitting across, and that one thought came to me that in this 2 years, have you seen old people who used to have a bamboo stick and a potli tied to it? Yes. They used to have their stuff, right? Whatever they are going anywhere, eatables, clothes or whatever it is, right? So of course we don't use the potli anywhere now, but I feel that is a potli, and each one of you all will have that potli. Now what you all stuff into that in this 2 years and take with you all for your life ahead will depend on you all. So think about it, guys. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, guys.